Hello, welcome back to Discovering Shark Week. I'm one of your hosts, Aaron.
I'm your other host, Jacob.
And, it's another year. This is our third year in a row. We had the special that went viral, as in viral as in, like...
The one without a shark in it!
Yeah, the worst of all the movies. I think I explained at the end of the special. It's like, yeah, it's the one movie that has no, like, little shark. They're just like, oh, we'll catch.
We'll slap it on the cover and boom.
Some idiots will buy it, and then they'll do a Discovering Shark Week, and that's so. If you guys seen that video and you're like, oh well, you want to check out the rest, what actual thing is. So we do it Monday through Friday. We do points, which doesn't mean anything. We read the back. And we go, okay, how many people are gonna die? How's the shark gonna die? And then whoever gets it, it's not by the closest, but whoever gets it gets the point, and these points mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So our first movie, it's called Swim. I think it's just called Swim. Or it's, if you can't run, swim.
I feel like swimming away from a shark is a bad idea.
I feel like running away from a shark.
So is that Joey Lawrence on the cover?
Yeah, Joey Lawrence. So her name, is it? I think it's a lady.
I mean, it sounds like a dude's name, but that's a lady on the cover.
Yeah.
So,
but it's also a lady on the back.
Okay.
So I'm just assuming. Here. This could go completely wrong, and Joey Lawrence could be an actual nice guy. But I'm assuming it's a lady, and I swear I've seen the name before. But so I'll give you the back description. A tension-fueled nightmare. In the vein of Bait and Crawl, a family stuck inside a hurricane-flooded vacation rental must keep going further and further up into the house as the rising water traps a shark within the home.
Huh.
So I'm gonna guess first. I'm gonna guess how many people are gonna die. Now I'm gonna guess first because I watched Crawl, and so funny story. It's probably not funny. Like if you're laughing at the end, then it's funny. But I watched Crawl a couple years ago. I was just in the $5 bin at Walmart, and it's about an alligator who. So it's somehow, and I'll explain the movie and I'll explain how many kills there are, so I can give you a fair guess. So Crawl is about a girl who goes back to her home in Florida, and her dad is trapped under the house. And the water is rising because there's a hurricane coming through.
I feel like I've heard this premise before.
I think I've told you the premise.
No. Like this shark movie seems to sound a lot like this premise.
Yeah.
A hurricane.
That's why I want to give you a fair shake, because I think so. What happens is that there's two people, and then they need to add more people into the mix so that they can die.
So they get brought in via hurricane.
So these people come in for literally one sentence, and they're like, "Oh, I got eaten by an alligator." So I'm assuming family. So I'm assuming mother, daughter, if Joey is a girl, mother, daughter, and father. So with the movie, like I said, every other scene or something, they need to add another person. Like they're like, oh my god, there's somebody at the gas station. Oh, they got eaten. There's like 3 of them. And then later goes on. Then the Coast Guard comes in. There's like 2 of them, and then they get eaten by the alligator. Very very interesting death. There's like 5 alligators, and they're like basically, I think the 4 of the alligators grab the arms and the legs. They twist. They do a little twist, and then another alligator grabs the head and does the twist. Very interesting.
That
death.
seems very coordinated for alligators.
And then I think a couple more people come in, and then they die. So I think there was like a total of like, let's see, 3, 2, maybe 5 deaths.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming if they're trapped in a house, and it's a family, they're gonna have to add more. So I'm gonna say 5.
Okay, I'm gonna lowball it with 2.
2? Okay. You know what's funny? I was gonna say 2. And I was like, I just feel like there's just going to be like a random group of people that, But it's going to be interesting because, like it says on the back, a shark is trapped in the house.
Yeah, it's not trapped outside and around the house.
Oh my god, guys.
House.
Can you help me? I'm stuck in here.
It's in the basement. Nobody go down there.
But also on the cover, which the cover means absolutely nothing, as we've seen by Sharks of the Corn and Alien Shark. I don't know. There's 2 fins. There's the shark head going, hey!
That might be its tail.
There's no way. There's no
It's curved.
way.
It's curved.
There's no way that's curved that much.
It broke its spine. It's curved.
No, but also in the back, there's 2 fins.
That's its front and tail.
So I'm gonna say the shark. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say one shark dies, and it's gonna be like just like a standard like stabbed, like poke in the eye, something like that, like something like so generic, like or not. You know, I don't mean generic, but like something just like, oh, I got a stick.
I'm gonna look. Let me see the back real quick. I'm gonna bet she beats it with a lamp.
Now, because I was just thinking of this when you said, well, look at the back, and I saw the lamp.
Oh, good. It's an asylum. Good.
I think we've had a couple of them. Do you think that... Oh, don't count the back of the people's names. I saw you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It doesn't matter. I can't change my vote.
I know. Now, you because of the lamp, which probably won't even be... She will probably never hold this in the movie. Now, she does have the lamp, and I'm asking the viewers and you, because we need comments on this video. If she sticks it in the wall and electrocutes the shark, does that count as a lamp kill?
Yes.
So
I think it does, because the lamp is being actively used.
Because
also, it makes it even dumber since there's a hurricane and the power's probably out.
That's true. It's true. Because when you say beating, I'm thinking like it's just
like a bludgeoning
bam,
weapon.
bam, bam. Yeah, so bludgeoning weapon, but not like shocking.
But you're also going with generic stabbing and or like something like that. So you're getting a wide array of things.
True.
But as long as the lamp is used in the death, I say it counts.
All right. So I was to make sure.
Because she could beat it with the lamp and then plug the lamp in and then electrocute it.
Yeah, but then it died to electrocution.
Yeah, via lamp.
But my wood stick, she could beat the shark with the wood stick and plug it into the
wall. You can't plug a wood stick into the wall. It's wood.
Have you not?
now, if there's a propane tank and she stabs the propane,
I wouldn't count that as a stick kill.
That's using the stick though.
I wouldn't count that as a stick kill.
Well, I mean, it's not a generic kill. So.
Because what I'm picturing is like she takes a stick or some type of object that she can grab, like just in stick form, and sticks in the eye. Like that's what I'm picturing.
No, I think if it's specifically lamp based, it should count.
Now I should clarify, since we already gave the thing. I don't think any of the alligators in the Crawl movie died to the.
Probably not.
I mean, they were pretty well fed. I think they all left.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, well, we'll see. We'll see in like a split second to explain if when we're beating each other up of who was right with the lamp thing.
Yeah, neither one of us, because there was no lamp in the movie. Okay, we'll be back in a minute.
Okay. So,
good movie.
First of all, I have to. Yeah, no. if this is how we're starting off the shark movies, not good. So first of all, I want to clarify. Joey. I was gonna say Logano because that's the only Joey I know.
Joey Lawrence.
Joey Lawrence, who's not related to what's her name, Lawrence, whatever that girl, Hunger Games girl, Jennifer Lawrence. Maybe they are related. I don't know. But Joey is actually a guy, so I apologize, Joey. You don't need to come to my house. Unless you want to say that, unless you want to defend your shitty movie, Joey, that you weren't even in half of it.
You got top billing though.
This son of a bitch.
He was in 4 scenes.
My God, he gets somebody killed.
No, he doesn't. He tries to not get him killed. Well, actually, no, he does get him killed indirectly.
So I should also clarify. I didn't clarify this at the beginning of the thing. When we count deaths, even though there's no deaths that were off. Oh, we don't count people who don't have a scene. So they can't be like somebody like in the far distance and the shark comes and gets them.
Somebody in an airplane who doesn't actually say anything.
Yeah, so we don't count those. But there was none of those. I just want to clarify. Just so if you watch this movie and you or whatever. Okay, so let's just start off by talking about the movie and.
Okay, so There's his family. There's Granddad.
Absolutely the worst fucking family that I've seen in a while in a couple movies.
Okay, so there's Granddad,
who's Dr. Fauci. Just picture Dr. Fauci. Everybody knows who's Dr. Fauci. If you don't know who Dr. Fauci is, God bless you, because you obviously don't have TV, so you're probably not listening
off the internet for decades.
But I mean, first of all, so I'm going. So we got the family. So we got Granddad. My God, this dude has never acted in his entire life. He literally had conversations. You go down to the basement.
Oh, get my fishing rod. Something like that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Then there's a wife of Joey.
So when we're introduced, they're in a car, and we're introduced to the mom first. And I was like, "That's Joey." Like that's in my head. That's who Joey is. But no, that's the mom, and
that's wife of Joey.
She's the worst actress in this movie.
She's got an O face the entire. She's reacting to things that she can't see yet. Like there's like the shark's coming up the stairs, and she like turns, and she's already doing the O face, and the shark hasn't made it to the second flight of stairs yet. He's still downstairs, and she's already reacting to it. And then there's her two kids who both look like they're older than she is.
Oh yeah. Well, the daughter who is just graduating from high school, bullshit. Because I mean, she looks. If they said college, I would agree with that. But they almost look like the mother and daughter almost look like they'd be like within like 5 years of each other.
Yeah, and then there's the son who
we call it Brennan because he's literally the stereotypical Brennan of our group with the headphones always in.
He's apparently half fish.
Yes, he made. Which I mean, to be fair, he did follow through with him being half fish.
No, it didn't.
When he swam in the water.
No, the best part was his girlfriend who got bit by the shark still somehow made it back to shore before he did.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
And then Joey Lawrence is he's somewhere else. He's driving in. He's like, well, my flight got delayed because there's hurricane on the horizon and
in California. So
I'm going to rent a car and I'm just going to drive down there. I'll be home for dinner. And they're like, okay. Anyway, the guy who they're going to they're renting out a beach house, and the guy who's renting the beach house out to them is the worst. He's like, yeah, no, I got rid of all the leaks, and there's still leaks.
Yeah, so he's getting not foreclosed, but he's getting
the safety inspector's like, look, you can't rent this out until you fix all this stuff. And he's like, but it's just a small leak. And he's like, look, you can't have a breaker box on the roof. I'm getting solar panels. Shut up. Anyway, bye.
That not only that, and I'm not 100% sure, but like I believe that the walls weren't covered, so it was like drywall on the opposite side of the wall that had like mold growing. Yeah, it looked like there was mold growing on, unless that's like some type of.
No, I'm sure it was mold because the basement was literally flooded.
Okay, we'll get into it, but the basement is not a stereotypical basement. It's like on a beach ledge, on a rock ledge.
The house is on stilts, but it's still a basement because I don't know. It's whatever. You can go underneath the basement and onto the beach.
Yeah.
Anyway,
people in California are like, yeah, like we do all the time. So what's not to understand, guys?
So, wife of Joey, her package shows up at the beach house, and the guy who owns it is like, yeah, no, it's here. It gets swept into the water because it's light as a feather. And so he swims in there to get it, and then boom, shark.
A very determined shark. The shark was like on a mission. Like the shark was like, there's nothing around me. I'm going for that one kill.
So he's dead, and then the family shows up, and they're all like, and Brennan's like, I'm gonna go swimming, and because his girlfriend, Summer Fling, is like, hey, let's go swimming. And so they go down there. They swim out during the storm or before the storm happens.
Well, okay, so you kind of skipped a little bit. We'll go real fast. So they get to the house. The granddad like realizes like, well, this is still leaking. So obviously he didn't do anything. And the mother tries to call the homeowner, and he doesn't pick up. And then like the power goes out, and this is the reason why I want to say this. She's having a phone call to this construction guy.
She calls the contractor who supposedly put new pipes in.
Yeah, there's a lot of like things with this guy. I'm like, first of all, can you get work done on other people's houses?
I don't think if you're renting out a place, I don't think you can call a contractor and bring them in.
But the reason why I want to bring this up is because this lady O-Face is talking on the phone in front of the pipe that's leaking.
Yeah, and she goes down to the basement and
she's just covered in water, walking back and forth in the pipe that's leaking. It's like, why are you doing that?
And so the contractor's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll stop by and I'll on my way home.
A year ago, you made us those lemon bars, and my wife's still talking about them. So I'll come over. And she's like, I'll make more lemon bars for you.
The best thing is he's like, I'm not gonna come over because there's a hurricane. There's a hurricane right over there. and she talks him into it, and so
she has the best O-Face. So I'm pretty sure he's probably seen it before. Because poor Joey is like nowhere to be found, so I'm pretty sure she needs somebody.
Okay, so now the kids are in the water, and O-Face sees a shark, I think. No, she's like, no, get back, come back in, don't be in the water, that's bad, there's a storm over there, you're stupid. Okay, daughter, who's the same age as me, go out there and get them. And daughter goes down there, and she's like, ah, wah, yeah!
And they're like, oh, she wants you to go out further. All right, let's keep swimming.
And then the mangled corpse of the homeowner shows up on the beach, and then she really starts freaking out.
And that's when the shark's like, I'm determined again.
And the shark bites the girlfriend, and then I guess lets go, and she makes it back to shore before Half Fishman does.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I was like, oh, that's number 2. And then like she washes up on shore, and I was like, well, I guess it's number 1.
Like, no, she walks up on shore, and I'm looking at like, she got bit by a shark, right?
Oh yeah, she was like clean.
Like, there's no blood. She's not missing a limb or anything. What?
Yeah.
She seemed fine, and then they roll her over, and she's like, oh no, there's a lot of blood there. I'm like, oh, okay, if you say so. So it turns out Granddad is a doctor, and granddaughter also wants to be doctor. And the package that Mom ordered was a doctor's bag.
That supposed to came with all the supplies you needed.
Yeah, and somehow wasn't like washed out from, drifting into the sea.
So this is where I started to hate this family. Because instead of like, hey, we should call 911, because they haven't established anything that like they haven't established that the power lines are down. They haven't established that
the power lines are not down.
Well, yeah, that's right, but they never established.
I know they don't establish. I'm just interjecting that the power lines are not down in a hurricane.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to say the power lines weren't down. The electricity was still on. The roads were still open.
The phone lines, though, the cell phones didn't work very well.
Yeah, because they did establish that the husband was coming and they were calling, and she's like, I can't hear you, blah blah blah, and he hangs up. But like they never really established anything that they're like, oh, we can't reach him. So they're like, well, let's just go. We'll just take her in our car and we'll drive her there.
We'll do some. We'll patch her up a little bit and then we'll take her to a hospital.
What I'm saying is, this family looks like it'd be the type of family that the person would die for natural causes. Like, yeah, there's definitely a shark bite here, and they're like, well, we definitely gotta cut her up because they're gonna think that we did it. And it's like, no, just fucking call 911.
So they get in the car and a power line pole snaps in half and lands on the car.
And there's a scene. I don't know what the scene is, but it's like for a split moment, the mother makes an O-face, like she just got shocked. Like, if you've seen Home Alone, I think 2.
Yeah, when Marv grabs the
handle,
yeah,
and shocks himself, it looks just like that. And I was like, okay, so she's dead, and she just gets up and she keeps making this stupid fucking O-face.
So the car is totaled at this point. the mom bashes in the back window and is like, everybody out, back into the house.
Yeah, we should say that the contractor showed up.
Yeah, he did show up.
And during a hurricane, he's like, y'all fix this up for you.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you guys go to the hospital, I will go downstairs and I will start fixing the pipes. It's just like, what are you doing? And so he goes down there, he starts fixing the pipes, and I'm just like, dude, a hurricane. Dude. Anyway, shark flies through the wall.
Yeah.
Just, there's a hole in the wall, shark is just like, whoop, right into the basement. The dude notices it, so he grabs this big old board, and he's like using it as a shield, but like, he hides under the table instead of going for the stairs.
Yeah, this house, there's probably some type of smell that makes you just stupid.
So he eventually gets eaten. The kids return to the house and they go down to the basement.
So that makes number 3. No, 2.
No, that's 2.
2.
And
I did it again with the whatever.
So the kids are like, oh, well, let's just plot around in the basement because it's full of water. And well, they're like, okay, maybe he's hurt. Maybe he's down here and he's. And they find his severed arm.
Well, Brennan finds his severed arm holding off the light. He's like, I think I killed him. Like, what? What?
And so the kids learn about the shark, so they get high up and they call for O-Face to come down. And she's like...
And this is the scene before... She's like at the top of the staircase and she's walking down before she even sees the shark. And I'm sorry, whoever... I didn't look up your name, lady, but you really went over the top when everybody else was just like, hey, we're just here to do a movie. So, I'm sorry.
So, in addition to being a master surgeon, Granddad is also a master fisherman. And he uses some bait to distract the shark long enough for the kids to get upstairs and out of the shark's...
Before you go any further, I'm sorry I have to do this. I have to rewind just a little bit. They're stocking the... Okay. It just popped in my brain. They're stocking the fridge with all the food. The first thing that comes out is a cucumber. A big fucking cucumber. The mom has this giant...
A real long one, like 3 foot long cucumber.
And then she pulls out an eggplant.
Real thick eggplant.
Real thick eggplant. And this is where the meat comes in. But I'm like, that shit never comes back into play. Why was that in this? I'm sorry.
Somebody was having a giggle.
I bet you those guys who do Discovery and Shark Week are going to talk about our movie, and they're really going to love that we put an eggplant and a giant cucumber in here.
So anyway, they all get upstairs. And...
No. No. We're not going to... This family's stupid. We're going to shun them for every fucking stupid mistake.
What happens between Granddad fishing and them getting upstairs?
They literally were like,
Brennan was paralyzed with fear.
So, they both were paralyzed. The granddad threw the meat in, the shark took it, and they're like, come on! And Brandon's just sitting there. I think of his cousin. He's just sitting there in the corner, and the sister's like, Julie. And she gets up there, and it's like, okay, now I have to throw another meat in there. And he's like, dude, just fucking go. I'm sorry. I fucking hate this family.
Anyway, they all go upstairs, and they're like, okay, we're going to barricade the door. Because the water's rising really fast, and the shark's banging on the door. And so, what do they grab? They grab the lamp first to barricade the door, and the mom's like, no, grab that. And they're like, oh, right,
the table.
Yeah. Dresser
table.
Yeah, and they do that, and then they tie it up with some bungee cables. And then they kind of just like high-five each other like, good job, everybody, we did it, we're safe.
Becky, you're still here.
At this point, Granddad's had enough, and he's like, look, leave me behind, I'm not climbing stairs again.
No, so this is where...
Get in the car.
Yeah, and they're like, no, we can't do it. And then the water starts to rise, the shark busts through the thing, and the granddad does the weirdest fucking thing. He literally does the worm. I'm not talking about the cool worm like Sky Too Hottie did, But like he just like got on the table. He's like, he just starts using his head.
He just kind of goes. He goes limp onto the table. Like he just falls forward, and everybody's just like, "Granddad, you okay?" He's just like, "Leave me."
And there's a nice shot. So he needs oxygen to breathe, and his oxygen tank in the water is just like slowly sliding away.
Slides out of frame. So
keep in mind, there's also a second floor with the staircase.
Yeah, there's another staircase.
We're all gonna stand on the table, on a chair, on this counter case.
So the daughter is on the staircase, and she's like, "Well, I've had enough. I've got this like shovel or something."
I think she had the light post, but like
maybe. But they all start just poking at the water, like, "I'm gonna get you, shut."
And the granddad's like, "Right behind you, right behind you."
And she's like, "Shut up, Granddad." And so they all get on the stairs, and then Granddad makes it over to the stairs, and he's like, "I've had enough of you."
The granddad's like, Brennan, you gotta get Becky. I'll distract the shark. And he starts hitting the shark.
Yeah, and then all four of them are on the stairs.
At the bottom of the staircase. They're all blocking the view.
And Granddad's just resigned himself to death.
He's like, "I wanna die!"
He's like, "I'm gonna keep poking at it with my walker."
The shark's like, I just want to get out of this house. Can you please help me get out of this house? Why do you keep poking me? All right, I'm gonna take you down.
So Granddad dies. And then they finally have... No.
So that's number 3.
No, I was going to say they finally have the idea to move up further away from the water. But no, they don't.
Because mom's
now got the lamp, and she's like...
old facing like shit out of the water. Like, you... No, she doesn't have the lamp. She has the...
No, she's got a lamp.
No,
she's using the base of the lamp.
Oh, I thought she was using the stick, his walking cane.
No.
And she's like,
she was using the lamp.
Okay.
It didn't have the top on it anymore, but it was still the lamp. And she hits it a few times, and then they're like, "Okay, we're just gonna go upstairs." So they go upstairs into in the bedroom, and then later that starts flooding.
Well, they're like, "Oh, my watch works. Let's call 911."
My smartwatch.
Instead of like not panicking, like talking, but they're like every time when they get through, they're like, "Oh, guy, we're here!"
And let me tell you, it's the clearest reception on this fucking watch. Like it sounds like the operator's in the room with them.
Yeah. It probably was on their budget.
And
it's probably the producer in the background.
So the best that they get out is her name and that they're on the beachfront property. And then the watch goes out.
And they're like, "Oh."
Meanwhile, Joey is on his way back. He gets stopped by a police officer guy who's like, "Look, this area's been evacuated. If your family was here, they are now not, and they are at the rec center. Go there."
They should have did some scene because rewinding just a little bit. The mom walks out to the front door and she sees that there's a big red sign that says, "Do not enter," or like this is condemned. This house is condemned.
Oh yeah, an unsafe sign.
So there should have been a scene with the sheriffs walking down the street and be like, "Okay, we don't have to go to that house because that house is clearly condemned. So let's just go to the next house." Because like there's a road
that would require them to hire at least 2 more actors.
Moving my fucking... Oh my god, I hate this movie.
Anyway, so Joey drives off, and in a really confusing scene, he is in this on a street, and then he puts on his hat and he goes underneath a bush behind a fence. And I'm like, is he going? He's going to the shelter, right? And then he turns around and there's Becky's dad.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, do this justice, Jacob. Becky's dad drove past the condemned house. He's like, "Wow, that house or that car really got fucked up." Ha! Driving off
with his convertible.
Yeah, with his...
And the convertible, the hood was down. During a hurricane.
And then we go to the next scene. Now the Becky's dad is on the ground with like blood on his face.
Oh yeah!
It was like the next scene.
Something hit me in the head, and I don't know what it was. I bet it was that umbrella.
But they're like...
So they join forces to go find Becky and family. And,
somehow, they go up this mountain, and they could see the house, and they could see them in the windows.
And this is, like, at night. During a storm. During a hurricane. And...
What? Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Okay. So,
I don't
as the third floor is now flooding, they're like, get on the bed. So everybody gets on the bed, because that's the best one. They open the window, and the shark just, like, zooms on out. And, we cut back to Joey and Becky Dad. And, they're on surfboards, and they're paddling over to the house, and nobody warns them.
And this fucking family is cheering, like, oh my god, they're there! Oh my god, over here! Oh, hey! By the way, we're not gonna tell you that the shark's coming that way.
So Joey is like, don't paddle. Don't paddle, you're gonna attract the shark. And Becky's dad's like,
I'm paddling!
I'm going! we're being sent to... We're being pushed away by the current. I gotta paddle to get to my Becky.
And the shark's like, yep, shouldn't paddle.
And the shark gets him, so there's death number 4. And, so to not paddle, they tie some, bed sheets together to make a makeshift rope, and they throw it to Joey, and they drag him in, and he turns his cap around like, I'm good, Dad. Now.
Or no, son and daughter, you go up to the top of the roof. We'll go through the attic. We're gonna work.
Yeah, so the plan was to have Joey, O-Face, and Becky all go up the ladder to get into the attic, while Brennan and daughter go outside and climb up to the roof to flag down this the rescue boat. And the rescue workers are the fucking worst. They're like, we need to leave. There's nobody out here. I hear voices over there. There's a light. No, don't worry about it. Turn around. We didn't see anything. And then they die.
When they get wiped up by a wave and the shark comes and eats them. Now.
It at least eats one of them. But because we don't know what happens to the other guy, I'm assuming he's dead.
Well, because the other guy was like not swimming. Like he was knocked out. So he could have drowned by the water.
I mean, he could have got washed away.
But because we all know that if you start paddling, that's when the shark sees you. So if he's knocked out. But what I'm going to say about this scene, I don't know if this is digitally. I have to imagine it's all digital. But the boat gets flipped over. And the guy looks like he's about to go fling to the right. And the boat's like, no, you're going to the left. And the boat literally... physically took him and swung him back to the left. I don't know if I should have had you rewind it.
No, I think I know what he was. It looked like he was going forward off the boat, but the boat comes up from behind and lifts him over the back.
It's such a fucking cool scene because the boat's like, nope, you're going this way.
It looked like he flubbed it. It looked like he was definitely meant to go off forward. But because they didn't want to reshoot it, it knocked him over backwards. And they're just like, whatever.
But he sends for some reason he sends an SOS.
He uses a flare gun.
Which actually means nothing in this movie.
No, it means something.
No, it doesn't mean anything. It led to nothing.
Didn't it lead to the helicopter?
No, because the helicopter came way later.
Well, yeah, because the helicopter had to get out there.
Yeah, but there's no way that they would saw that SOS.
That's fine.
I mean, they would have to, if they were going to set that up, they had to be from far back, see that red thing over there?
Anyway, so everybody gets on the roof because good dad he flips his cap backwards, so he's bad dad again. And he makes a hole in the roof so they can all climb up and whatnot. And, let's see. Brennan's like, I'm gonna make a run. I'm gonna swim to the lifeboat.
Yeah, and they're also be careful of that antenna over there. It's powered by electric.
So they turn that off.
Turn that off with the
the breaker box on the roof, and So Joey's like, okay, everybody, we're gonna make some noise to attract the shark, and it doesn't work. Like, it's the worst. Like, they're just like, they're hooting and hollering, and the shark's like, I don't care.
Shark's like, I'll be there in a few minutes when you get submerged.
The shark nearly gets Brennan, but Brennan gets on the lifeboat. He calls he uses the radio on the lifeboat, and they're like, sir, you can't be on this boat. This is for rescues only. He's like, yeah, you know what? Screw this. He throws the radio. He takes the boat over to the roof. They all get on. Joey's like, no, I've got a plan. This is going to be really cool. He picks up the antenna, shoves it in the shark's mouth, runs over to the breaker box, turns it on. Shouldn't have worked. Like, the house is underwater at this point. There should be no electricity going to that. Shark gets barbecued. Joey climbs on the boat. They all hoot and holler. Helicopter shows up. Credits.
Yes. What a great fucking movie. I hate this movie. There's a scene where they're doing tug of war with Joey. The mom, daughter, and Brennan. And I remember what happens, but the mom is doing the O face into the water. Like, she's the only one that falls down into the water. Like, I don't know if they said, hey, everybody fall down.
I don't think she was holding on to the rope or the bed sheets.
But she's like literally the only one that overreacts to the whole entire fucking movie. It's fucking terrible. So, in my head, it's like, and then so I was like, oh yeah, I won. Because I was like 5 kills. But I was like, wait a minute, that's 6. If we count the one guy.
No.
We'll let the commoners.
No, that would be 5
if we don't count the floating guy.
It'd be 4 if we don't count the floating guy.
No, because so you had. My God, my brain's.
We had
the house owner, the homeowner.
Yeah, the homeowner, the contractor,
the grandfather.
Oh yeah.
Becky,
okay, yeah, you're right. No, it is 6 if we count.
I think I forgot Becky's dad died when I was counting it.
I forgot Granddad in the in the tally. So yeah, you're right. It is.
So it's either 5 or 6. We'll let you decide in the comments below who wins. It doesn't fucking matter. So the first year we did this, we did Shark Facts. The second year we did it, it wasn't until episode 5 that I was like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be doing Shark Facts. So on the second that we start, not the second record, I don't know, just a few seconds ago, I was like, I got something. We're gonna do life lessons.
Oh, I thought you were gonna use the shark fact that
in this movie.
The other day.
How could
I thought you were gonna do the shark fact that our channel Cryptid gave us the other day.
Who's that?
We'll
do that, but we're also gonna do.
He's the guy who doesn't show up to anything.
Oh.
Yeah,
Aaron?
Yeah, he's our channel Cryptid.
Oh. What do you give?
Oh, most sharks do not attend church. That was his quick animal fact.
Hey, that's true. So, okay. But we're going to do life lessons. In this movie, how could we have saved the most amount of lives in this? Now, while you think about it, I'll think about it. The homeowner, he was dead. There was no way you were going to save him.
Yeah.
Now, everybody else, maybe not Granddad.
No, you could have saved Granddad.
But
see, here's how you would have saved everybody. If O-Face went down to the basement and saw that it was flooding, if she had turned around and said, "Everybody, we are leaving," you would have saved everybody except for Becky's dad.
No, that wouldn't have saved Becky's dad.
It would not have.
No, because Becky's dad only died because of Joey.
Yeah, but Joey did.
Oh, that's true.
But Joey wouldn't have known,
But they wouldn't have seen him in the house. So what we're saying is, if O-Face would have fucking watched the radar and said, "Oh, there's a storm. There's a hurricane coming this way," she wouldn't put the contractor in danger. Granddad wouldn't have to die a meaningless death because he really didn't have to die. I think he just wanted to die. Take me now, Lord!
There was only room for 4 people on the bed. He knew this.
But, so who was this? This is your life lesson or was this my life lesson?
I don't know. I thought this was just how we could have...
how we were going to avoid all this?
Yeah, no, mine was just, hey, leave immediately after you realize that there's leaks in the house.
That's a fair one, too. That's fair.
Because, like, you're not going to stay in a place that got leaks in the house. Like,
Yeah.
Your basement's flooding. Like, no, leave.
My life lesson: if you know, because they've been to this place before, they established that they were here last year. If you know that there's a hurricane coming and you know that this house is on a cliff, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be at this house. And maybe you should look at your phone, go, oh, they have evacuation on this side. Well, no swimming, Brennan. So every episode, each day, we're gonna look at the life lesson. What can we learn from this movie? So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, it won't matter anyways because all these episodes will be recorded before you guys comment. But if you want to comment below. It helps us know. Whatever. Who won? If I get 5 or since he technically died off screen, I don't know. Because the one guy did go down, but he could have been a Becky. He could have came flying out like, I'm a fish too! But I hope you guys enjoyed. That was just awful. This is going to be a fucking long week of...
No, it's going to be great. We can only go... No, we're going to go down from here, I think.
I was going to say, every year, it goes down, 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 you know. It can't be as worse as the Christmas movie.
Yeah, the sharkless Christmas movie.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.